Okay, then I start. Welcome. We are here to present a little bit about the study programs about the Bauhaus University in Weimar. I'm Kerstin Schickertz. I work at the career service here in the university, and my colleague is also from the university, and she will assist me and look after the chat. So if you have any questions during the presentation, you can use the chat, and then we find out whether we can answer the questions during the presentation. Can anybody hear me so far? Is the presentation visible? I guess I need to check. Okay.
I hear everything. Yes. I think everything is okay.
So we start with the agenda today. I will present you a little bit about the city of Weimar, where we are located, and the university and the faculty itself. Then we will talk about the study programs and the admission prerequisites and the deadlines. And to round it up, I will show you some of our events that you can. Yes, of course, you can write in German as well. We will show you our contact where you can write an email to answer some questions that you have specifically. And we will show you some events that are taking place in order for you to get a little bit more of an impression of the university. But first, I have some questions for you prepared as a questionnaire. I will open it. Can you see it? It's just to check whether you are already living in Germany, what degree you already have, and what study program you are interested in, so I can modify my presentation. Okay.
I think we need a few minutes more to see how are the final results. Okay, Kerstin?
Yeah, I guess, but we get a broad picture. So you are, a lot of you are already living in Germany, and you are about to finish school, or you have finished school already. So you are more interested in our bachelor degrees programs. All right, I will continue the presentation then. And the main focus is on art, but it's pretty balanced. Okay.
But wait a bit.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess some answered in the chat as well.
Yeah, you can move on.
All right, let's start about the city. Weimar is a pretty comparably small city with 60,000 inhabitants, and it is located quite in the center of Germany compared to the big cities surrounding it. You could travel 2 hours with a train to the north and would be in Berlin. You could travel 2 hours via train to the south and would be in Munich. And if you travel 2 hours with a train towards the west, you would be in Frankfurt am Main. So it's pretty good located in that regard. It is a city with a lot of historical impact, and you can still see that a lot of creative people are living here because it has a very vibrant scene with artists and musicians as well. I will give you the presentation afterwards in the chat so you can download it. I have some links here where you can click and see some videos about Weimar and the university as well, if you are interested in more information. Yeah. Then about the university, we're a quite small university. We have only 4,000 students, but compared to the international percentage, we have 30% of internationals. That's way beyond the national Durchschnitt. Yeah, and average, yeah, the national average, yeah. And we have 74 professors, 19 junior professors, and over 200 academic and artistic staff members. So there is a very good proportion between students and professors, so you won't have long times to wait for a counseling appointment, for example. Furthermore, we have 130 project staff members and 380 non-scientific employees in the warranty area, for example, including 15 trainees. What you can see on the picture is the foyer of the university library. It's very much in the design of the Bauhaus as well. Yeah, this is the main building of the university. It's a heritage building, so it's created by the architect Van der Velde. So you can see it's a really nice atmosphere on the campus as well. The campus is located quite in the center of the city, so you won't have far to go to any kind of things like shops or cafes, etc. Yeah. Here we have a list of the degrees you can get when you study at the University of Weimar. It's Bachelor of Science and Master of Science are mostly the engineering science programs. Bachelor of Arts and Master of Arts are mostly the humanities art degree programs. Then we have the specialty of the degrees, that's the Bachelor of Fine Arts and the Master of Fine Arts, who are reserved for the artistic degree programs. And then some German specialties, I guess, is the old diploma study degree for liberal art, the Staatsexamen for the teaching degree, which allows you to teach in secondary schools in Germany, and the PhD program. Are there questions so far? No, okay. So let's go on. The structure of the university is pretty simple. We have 4 faculties. The first faculty with one of the biggest, that's the architecture and urbanism faculty, where you can, which is a design orient based on the real world challenges and interdisciplinary experiments. Future architects and urbanists are trained to act as mediators and coordinators between the disciplines. So you learn how to put in perspective the art and the technology, or the building theory and the urban planning. Then we have the second largest faculty, that's the civil engineering faculty, which combines the disciplines of science and computing and mechanics and construction materials. So basically they are on site when a building is put into realization. Yeah. Then, oh, there's a question.
No, this is not a question. This is
this was you. Okay.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just confused because usually you don't see the chat when you're presenting.
Don't worry. I will gather all the questions, and in the end, maybe it's better than that we have a short Q&A session. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the third faculty is art and design, where the students can learn everything about art, design, product design, and visual communication. I will go a little bit further on to that when I describe the study programs. And a special of the university here in Weimar is that you have the opportunity to practice your art skills as well in various workshops with various materials as well. So you don't need to be just being an artist on canvas. We also have wood workshops or metal workshops as well. Yeah. The fourth faculty is the Faculty of Media. It's the youngest of them because it's only founded in 1996. So, and it uniquely combines humanities, business, and computer science. We also have computer science degree programs there. And it's also a project-oriented approach where you can cooperate with students of other study programs. Yeah. All right. Where to go next? No. Yeah. Okay. So, as I said, the architecture and urbanism faculty is a very big one. Of our 4,000 students, we have 1,168 architecture and urbanism students. The bachelor degrees have 2 different programs. One is architecture, which you can study in 6 semesters, and one is urbanism, which you can study in 8 semesters. The start of the study programs is in winter semester, and we offer it in German. Sorry. To complete your studies, you could choose between 5 different master programs. There are 2. The basic ones are in German, and if you want to specialize more, you could choose media architecture, for example, which is held in German and English. And we have 2 English-speaking programs, which are which are in English. Yeah. And to put if you want to put something on top of it, you could use our doctorate program, which is also held in German and English. Yeah, as you see, winter semester is the start. We will later go on about the application process. Then the second large one is the civil engineering. We also have two different bachelor degree programs here in German, and three German master degrees and one in German and English, and three different programs in English solely. Okay. As you can see here, some of them have also the possibility to start in summer semester. We will talk about this later also. Then in art and design, we have three different bachelor degrees programs. In the German language, the duration here is 8 semesters. And let me check about the civil engineering. Oh, I didn't write how long it takes in the bachelor degrees, but that's something to keep in mind. Some of our bachelor degree programs are in 8 semesters, but then the master degree is usually finished in 2 semesters. Yes, so that you get a total of 10 semesters for a master's degree. Yeah. So in the art and design department, you have the possibility to go more into the designing process or to the visual communication part, or you could study more like the management version, so the administrative process of the creative scenes, yeah. That's the media part, and the liberal arts is a little bit different because you can study it in diploma or in the first state examination, which is a little bit more different than the usual bachelor master degrees. The liberal arts are more free in their in what to choose, which lectures or projects you choose. And if you want to study for being a fine arts education teacher, you can choose whether you want to study a second subject, or if you just want to study art. Then we continue with the Faculty of Media. There we have three different bachelor degrees. One is informatics, which is like computer science. Then we have media culture and European media culture, which are more humanities studies. So it's a little bit various here in this faculty. You have got a little bit more variation here. The master science programs are a little bit divided in this regard. So you can study computer science in the bachelor's in German, and then you can continue studying in the master's program in English. For example, computer science and digital media, digital engineering, or human-computer interaction. Yeah. For the media culture studies, you could choose media management or just media management. Here we have the traditional divide between 6 semesters for the bachelor and the 4 semesters for the master's degree. So we are already through the faculties. And now we talk about the prerequisites for the bachelor study programs. Of course, you need a general university entrance qualification or an equivalent certificate, for example, a high school diploma or A-levels, etc. Then for some programs, you need to pass a 2-part aptitude assessment test. That's mainly for the art department and for the architecture department. Here it is really recommended to look at the web page because there are different deadlines than with the usual degrees. If you want to study architecture, it is recommended that you do an architecture-related internship for up to 12 weeks, because that will be beneficial for your application. Yeah. Concerning language, you need because all of our bachelor degrees are in German, you need a language proficiency test, which is DSH2, or with test TDN4. That's a C1 level, if you notice. Then further to the master degree programs, they of course need a general university entrance qualification as well. And you need a degree, a university degree. So either a diploma or something that's accepted as equivalent, or a bachelor's degree. If you have already a master's degree and you want to continue, or you want to study another master's program, that would be fine as well. For some of the master's programs, we also have a 2-part aptitude assessment test beforehand, so keep that in mind. Then here it is a little bit complicated. So if you have a studies program that is in English, you would need a TOEFL test with a minimum score of 85, or an international English language testing system, the IELTS, with a minimum of 6.5. Yeah. Concerning German, I think I miswrote here, but I guess there is a B2 level accepted, but it's better to check in a different on the web page if you're interested in a bilingual program. So, yeah. Then deadlines, as I said, it's very complicated. So if you're interested in one of those programs, I would recommend going to our webpage and look for the application thingy link. So you can see which deadline suits for you, because sometimes there are different deadlines for people inside the EU or outside the EU. You need to keep that in mind. And the aptitude tests are usually tests are usually before that. So the first deadline that is important this year would be 31st of March. For the artists, they have to create a portfolio and send it with their application. And some other deadlines would be 31st of March as well. which is for the aptitude tests of the media department. Yeah. Right. Now to some fun activities. If you want to get to know the university a little bit more and see what kind of feeling the university has to itself, there is the University Information Day on June 1st. It's here in location, and also some things are online, so you can choose to get an impression there as well. You can check that on our website. Then we have the summary. That's our annual review. So students can show their current academic, the finest work of their current academic year. Yeah. Then if you if you already have a degree and want to do some extra stuff, you could choose to go to Bauhaus Summer School. There are some courses. You can participate in a 2 or 4 week program, including language. And then we have our, if you are interested in a bachelor degrees study program, you can choose to go to the Schnupperstudium, which is 1 week trial if you like the study programs. The same is the Inside Master, but only for the master degrees. If you're interested into a master degree, you will can go there and have the everyday experience of a master study program. All right. Then on the last page, I have the contacts. If you have questions, general questions about studying here in Weimar, Christian Eckert would be the person of contact. But if you have specific questions because you're an international student, you would contact Johanna Merian. Yeah. And I also have some contacts of us. So if you have a specific question related to this presentation, you can write us an email. All right. So I start the Q&A modus, right?
Shall we go to the Q&A session? I
Yeah.
think yes, we have quite a lot of questions. So let me start. Maybe I will just tell the question, okay? And we will try with you, Karsten, to answer all of your questions, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for the presentation. I hope that it was useful, and you will get the presentation, of course, after the session today. So the first question was from Eugenie, and he asked, are tuition fee English language programs only available for master's programs? So maybe I think that maybe you don't quite understand. Maybe I can describe shortly. At the Bauhaus University, we are the public university, yes? And we have only, in German, it's called Semesterbeitrag. In English, this is called semester fee, tuition fee, yes? And each year, the amount of money is changing a bit. However, I have found on the website the current information about this. So this fee is your payment for 6 months of the semester. Yes, this is called the semester contribution. And for the students who are in their first semester, it is 243.70 euros. For the students who are in the next semesters, 223 euros. I sent now a link to you, and then you will read about this later on. I have also saved all your questions. Maybe we can create afterwards small PDF with your questions and answers from our site with links would be also useful, I think. Yeah.
And to mention with the tuition fee included in that, you also have a free transportation with a bus and train. So it's not just for your education, it's also for the use of public transport. And in our university, unfortunately, we only have master degrees programs in English. So yes, the bachelor degrees are all in German.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so when you pay for this semester fee, this 243 euros, you will get a Tosca. This is a card which you can use in buses, trains here in the region, and also for the cheaper food in the mensa, in the our canteen.
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria, yes. Yeah, so you will have like a special price for students. Okay, I hope we could answer the question of Evgeny. Yeah, then we go to the next question. And this was from Victoria. When enrolling after the Studienkolleg, is it necessary to submit a certificate of language of knowledge of the German language for admission?
I think in the Studienkolleg you already learned German. I'm not sure about that. But the Studienkolleg would be before applying for the university. So when you enroll for university, you already have to have your German language certificate.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much studying cost? I think we have already also answered this question. This is the semester contribution. And
you could also give the link of how much does it cost. We have.
Actually, I have sent already the link in the chat.
Okay, the wage of living, which is you of course you have your tuition fee, which is quite small, but you also have to pay the rent for your accommodation and for example, the groceries you're buying. So we have a little list on how much on average you need to spend per month to live here in Weimar. Just to sum it up a little, Weimar is a quite inexpensive place, so you don't need to pay as much in average for housing or for groceries than you would, for example, in a bigger city like Munich.
Yeah. Or Berlin. Yeah.
Or Berlin, yeah.
You should calculate how much you need to live. It's up to you. If you travel a lot or have a lot of activities, of course, it's more money, but to live here is cheaper than in the bigger cities, definitely. Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, Weimar is a quite small city, but it has a lot of cultural things to do. And there are so many cities nearby, for example, Erfurt, which is a little bit bigger city, which is a 20-minute train ride away, or Jena, which is also a 20-minute ride in the other direction. Where you can also find a lot of activities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So you don't get bored here, definitely. We have a theater, we have parks, clubs, student clubs. Yeah, a lot of things. So maybe we should move on to the next question. It's from Sophia. Is it possible to contact someone about choosing a specialty for myself?
Then we need to know, do you have already a bachelor's degree or not? Could you write this into the comments? Because in In the bachelor's degree, you would have the first 2 semesters where you study the basics, so the plan, so you don't have any much variation in it. Later on, you could choose a counselor to see whether or not you specialize in one field or another. Or did you mean a subject?
Sophia is writing, I'm going to bachelor. Thank you for the answer.
Okay.
So she's about to start her bachelor.
If you don't know which degree to choose, I don't know if you were referring to that. Which degree to choose, you could use the context I put on the presentation. I will send you them in the chat later.
Okay, let me see. Okay. So then we move on and one minute.
Genug einfach Abitur zu beenden.
Genau.
So here you need to we need to know whether you do Abitur. So this is the high school graduation in Germany. Do you do this in a German school or in a school in Germany?
I think this is about, it's called in Ukrainian gymnasium, and this is usually 11 years. Not, it's less than in Germany. I think that Roman is talking about Ukraine.
Okay, yeah. So you need to do a Studienkolleg after that here in Germany.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough to have only Abitur in Ukraine and then to start here. You have to have 1 year, right, of Studienkolleg at least to start. Okay, yeah. And can you write down from the question from Alisa? Can you write down the link for the deadlines and admission requirements? Yes, we will write it in the chat, or we will, as said, I think it's better for us, also for you and me, Kerstin, that we create for you a special PDF with all the links, because then you have overview of everything.
Yeah, I linked the special courses with the website you find it on. But if you have any question for the deadlines, you could write us an email with the exact study program, so we can, because if we publish now every deadline, it would be very confusing, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I just sent the link about Einschreibung, immatriculation in general, but for each study program, I think for each faculty, it can be a bit different. Yes, so you have to go to the website directly. And if you have questions, write at studium@uni-weimar.de, and then you will ask directly. Yeah. Okay. So
Roman specified in einem Gymnasium. Also you are in Germany and you're doing your Abitur in a German gymnasium, right? So I guess that will be enough, but I'm not sure about the language certificate. So this is something you could ask Miss Merian on, which I have on the presentation, if it is enough to do your German Abitur. But otherwise, it can. So you don't need to do any Anerkennung, any
recognition
of your graduation.
Okay. Oh, we have quite a lot of questions. I'm trying now to search the right order. Okay. Next one was about how to participate in the Bauhaus Summer School. Is access to it open only after full admission and verification of all the applicants' documents? Question from Julia. I think for this, we definitely need to send you a link.
Yeah, I'm looking for the link already.
Okay, because summer school is the project of our colleagues, so we know about this, but not in much details. Exactly. So you're searching for a link, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for where can I write into the chat? Ah, okay.
Put it.
So there you will find more information about it.
Exactly. And if you cannot find, just write them an email. I think they have also.
Yeah. It's summer school, or let me see before I say something wrong. I'm looking, but you could continue if you like, Julia.
Okay. Yeah, said summer school project is another department of the university. We just can send you the website link. Okay, tell us about the features of the human-computer interaction program and how it differs from computer science for digital media. Quite a great question. For sure, we cannot tell you the full difference between these because we are not from this department of the university. However, I definitely can tell you that human-computer interaction is more about virtual reality, about machine learning, about the AI also, which is kind of a big topic currently. And to be honest, all the study programs, they are quite design oriented. They are with practical knowledge. Yes, so if you study human-computer interaction or even computer science, for sure they are different, but this is still in one field. Yes, and this is maybe for you the task homework to search, to go to the website to check what is human-computer interaction about and what is computer science for digital media about, and then you decide on your own what better suits you, what you like more. On the website, there are also listed the courses of each study program. So you just go through this and see what you like more. Yes. And
Yeah.
I think it's worth to give it a try. If you want to do it, just try it. Yes.
Just in general, human-computer interaction would be more towards the specialization of being involved with AI. And digital media is more on the visual part of computer science. So you can, so there you would do more 3D models and stuff like that. I didn't study computer science, so I don't really can explain what the specializations are, but just to get a general idea of it.
Yeah. Yes. So this is, if you ask what is architecture about, we didn't study this. We just know the general things, but we can tell you more about career at the university. Yes. So this is not quite our field. We give you the general overview, what is possible at the university. We have next question from Stepan. Where can I find more information about you? I could find very little information on the internet. Stepan, this is good question, but is also the question to you, where did you search? Because on our website you can find everything, and the information about us too, about our employees. So, and maybe you could specify what information are you searching, because about the university, you can find everything on the web page, yes?
Yeah, I will send you the link of our main web page, because we already send a lot of links, but this is the
Yeah.
start web page of our university.
Exactly. And it's possible to read in English and in German. So, yeah. Okay. Is it possible to contact one of the student curators regarding household organizational questions? The question from Victoria. Yeah. So for this, I think that is important to ask Studierendenwerk. Yeah.
Shall I look for the link?
Yes, would be nice, because they are responsible for giving you information about the dormitories, for example. Yes, about the key when you arrive and everything. So this is their kind of task. Yeah, and this is possible to contact them, definitely. Kerstin will now search for the link for you. All these links that we are sending, you can maybe save for yourself in a separate Word document for now. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. The question from Julia. How much does it cost to live in Weimar for a month? I think we have already a bit discussed this question. Yeah, as said, the living in Weimar is quite okay, not that much expensive in comparison to bigger cities. Of course, you need to pay for the dormitory, for example, if you want to live here. This can be, I think, from 180 to 200 something, like until I think 300, depends on the room that you want to rent. So this depends on the room, on the dormitory itself. This question you will ask maybe the curators of the Studierendenwerk. Yeah, but in general, yeah, Kerstin, what do you see about the, what do you think about the products and everything? I think depends how much you eat, how much you spend.
Yeah, I found the link about how much it costs to live in Germany or in Weimar. Yeah, you can see here it's you need to make sure that you also prepare a little bit of money for books and study utilities if you want to buy books, and the average accommodation, it varies between and it depends on the big the size of the room you're renting, or if you're living in a shared apartment, but it's more or less 285 euros per month. Food, the average is about 200 euros a month. I would say you could get along with that kind of money of really good. Then it's about 100 euro for your health insurance. You need to make sure that you have a health insurance if you want to study in Germany. And yeah, so here it says the monthly costs would be about 155 euros per month. I think you can definitely live on that kind of money for a month here. Yeah. It also depends on your personal situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Some students are trying to search for a mini job. This is kind of also possible. Like this is a part-time job while studying, but of course it cannot be full-time job. So they try to, support themselves with a work, with a job in the restaurants or cafes, but it's only up to you. There is also the possibility to work as the working student. at some companies, or to work also as the student assistant. In German, this is called studentische Hilfskraft or wissenschaftliche Hilfskraft. And then you will also get paid for this. But yeah, it depends where you find this mini job. Yes, and yeah, you will, I think, read
Also,
this.
how much have the prices changed in the last year? I think this is pointing towards the inflation rate. I would say it didn't change that much.
Yeah,
So
depends.
The living the housing costs didn't go up that much, but you need to keep in mind that, for example, if you're living in a shared apartment and you have to pay extra for your heating, then it might be a little bit more expensive than it was the year before. And if concerning groceries, I think it was about 10% more than in average than the last 2 years.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Where do civil engineering students practice and take internships? Yeah, this is directly the question to the career service. And we are responsible for this. Yeah, actually, this is totally up to you. Because for some study programs, I think the internships are not obligatory. Yeah, depends on your study program, on your modules. And if the internship is obligatory, then you have to do it for some credit points. If not, you can still do it voluntarily. Yes, so this is possible. And where do they do this? Well, there are a lot of possibilities at the university, in the companies. As career service, we can provide consultations for you while studying. We are constantly organizing job application trainings, in German Bewerbungstrainings. Yes, so in German and English, we will try to help you in your specific case as soon as you need this job, as soon as you need this working student position or internship. We will search for the possibilities in your specific case. Yes, because there are a lot of possibilities. You have only to decide which field, in which direction you want to go, because civil engineering is quite a broad field, right? Yeah.
But in general, it helps to have already a little bit knowledge about the German language as well, especially in the field of civil engineering. So it will ease your way into the workforce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I hope we have answered this question. We move on. Karsten, we have time until 3:30, right? Or until 3?
Sorry?
We have time until 3, right? Or 3:30, because
I think 3:30.
okay, so we have enough time. This is good because we have a lot of questions. Welches Verfahren und welche Unterlagen sind für die Zulassung zum Studium an der Fakultät für Architektur für einen Bewerber aus der Ukraine mit einer Schulbildung von 11 Jahren erforderlich? Again, I think this is the question. Maybe you can answer in German, because sometimes it's kind of hard to switch between languages. Yeah, I think you need Studienkolleg. Yes, Kerstin?
Ja, also nach dem ukrainischen Abitur muss man nochmal ein Studienkolleg machen für ein Jahr. Wenn die Frage jetzt nicht mit ChatGPT oder DeepL übersetzt wurde, würde ich sagen, das Deutsch ist schon mal ganz gut. Da würde dann halt trotzdem noch das Zertifikat gebraucht werden für die Deutschkenntnisse. Und dann für die Architektur muss man eine Hausaufgabe bestehen. Das heißt, bis zum 31.03. muss man sich anmelden für diese Prüfung. Dann bekommt man eine Hausaufgabe zugeschickt, die man in 2 bis 3 Wochen beantworten muss. und dann anschließend wird man zum Vorstellungsgespräch nochmal eingeladen. Ja.
Ja, I just sent in the chat the Voraussetzungen für die Zulassung zum Studium an der Architektur. You can read maybe more about this on the web page, okay? Yeah, so then we move on. The question from Evgeny, which Studienkolleg can you recommend?
I would say concerning the quality, all Studienkolleg should have the same quality. So it's not a disadvantage to have a Studienkolleg in a different city.
Yeah, I think you just need to pass all these requirements and that's it, yeah, and then apply. Does the university have a dormitory, and if so, how many places are available?
The university doesn't have a dormitory itself. That's where the Studierendenwerk, we already sent you the link in the chat, comes into place. They are organizing the dormitory. For that, it is best to apply early for an student flat because they don't have as many flats as there are students. So if you apply early, you have higher chances to get a space. But it's not like in bigger cities, like for example Munich, where it's nearly impossible to get a space. So you just need to be early.
Yeah. No, I think it's possible when you apply early. Yeah, if you decide, just then write directly to the Studierendenwerk, and then you can feel maybe more safe that you get a place, get a spot.
So even if you just applied, and even if you don't get the spot here in the university, you can open up the spot in the dormitory for somebody else. That's the main strategy most students do, that they apply already for a dormitory space with their application at the university.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on. We have the question from Victor. Is it possible to transfer to another specialty after the first year of study? Or you have to start from scratch? Okay, I think maybe I can also answer this question. There are some cases when students notice that they doesn't really like the study program, or they want to do something else which may be a bit better for them, and then they also can switch to the study program, but which is related to your field. I mean, within one faculty, definitely. Yes, and sometimes it's possible to get recognized your HCTS points, HCTS credits, which you had from one study program, to get them recognized in another one. But in this case, you have to to contact the Prüfungsamt. This is the office where they will recognize them. Yeah. I think it's possible, but of course, maybe you will have to, to study maybe few more courses which you didn't have in the previous study program. It's really like your own case, and it can differ from one student to another student. Yes.
Yeah, and it's recommended if you notice that the course of study you do is not the right thing to do for you. You could come and have a counseling so that you might already study courses that would be more suitable for you in the other course, so you don't lose that much time.
Yeah. Okay. So I think next question is about the career services. How do we help to find a job? Yeah, actually, this is a great question because career service is for the students of the university free of charge. We can provide for you a free of charge consultation, one-on-one, or job application training. On this website I sent you now, we have everything about the career service. At the university itself, we have also the job portal where you can try to find for you a job. However, of course, we work in each specific case. Yes, we work with you to, like together. We brainstorm together about your possibilities in the future. Yes, and this is really great to start thinking about your future career in the, I would say, second, third semester. Yes, in the beginning it's even better because you have time to think, you have time to make your studying more goal oriented, and also then to
To
have
get
better,
qualifications.
exactly, to have better qualifications, and then to have more goal oriented internship or working student position. Yes, because you know what you want to do. Yeah, so we provide these all things, and we also, I send you the link for the website. I would like also to share with you one PDF about the, this is like a small book from career service where you can read more what is possible. One version is in English and another one is in German. So just check in the comments, okay? Yeah. So let's go on and pam pam pam. Yes, finished. Okay, I think this is the next question from Daria. I finished school a few years ago and don't study in the university. Is it okay to study here? Yeah, I think you thought about word here. Yeah, it depends if you have the recognition of your certificate and also if you have 1 year of Studienkolleg experience. Yes. So you cannot really study at the university with 11 years of the school from Ukraine. Yeah, you have to do here this 1 year of Studienkolleg, and then you are allowed to, yeah, to apply.
All right.
Did I answer? Hopefully, yes. Let's go on where architecture students do intern practice.
Yeah, you can do your internship in an architect office, or where when you have some official place where they do room planning, urbanism, something like that, or yeah, some firms that are working in the construction service as well, I guess. Yeah. So the field is very broad.
Mm-hmm. I think next one is about scholarships, and I will send a link in the chat concerning this. But maybe Karsten, you can, yeah,
Yeah,
you can talk a bit about Deutschlandstipendium. Okay, I
yeah,
send you now the link about scholarship of the Bauhaus in the chat. Yeah, but
yeah.
Karsten.
Concerning scholarships, it's not very common in Germany to receive one. So there are a few possibilities to get a scholarship. The Deutschlandstipendium, for example, when you apply for it, the criteria are on one hand your marks or your grades in the studies, but on the other hand, it will be keeping in mind the social background. If you are having a child while studying, or if you have to take care of a family member while studying, or if you are engaged in socially, for example, with Ehrenamt, with volunteering in a social sorry, my words are missing right now. That's a thing to be, but most other scholarship programs are focused on some sort of grades that you have passed in the study programs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to get something to add?
No, I think it's okay because we have a lot of questions. We have to move on. I
Okay.
want to answer them all. Like everything what you cannot find now, or if you don't know exactly what do we mean, is everything on the web page. Yes. The Wait, I think we missed one question from Veronica. This was before. After the scholarships, it was now, hello, could you please tell me how to apply for master program in visual communication? For example, is there an Eignungsprüfung or something like that? Do you need to have a portfolio? I would be happy to receive all the information
I don't see that
possible.
question somehow.
Really? Okay. I
Maybe.
don't
Oh, yeah, that's the question after that. So it's behind in my
Okay.
order. So
Okay. Veronica, I send you directly the link to the master's degree in visual communication. And there is also information about this aptitude test. This is called Eignungsprüfung. So when you read it properly, you, I think, will get the answers for your question. Yeah. But about the portfolio, yes, I think you have to have some, this is called in German Mappe, yeah, Mappenportfolio, genau. Then better you will contact directly the visual communication department if possible. Yeah. And on the web page, there is actually written everything quite in a language which you can understand. Yeah. And keep in mind that there are deadlines for application. It's, for example, until 31st of March of this year.
yeah, I think it's a similar question that I opened earlier. Do I need to pass any additional exam? So, for example, in architecture, where you have this homework, it's you have to sign in for the homework until March 31st. Then you will get this homework sent to you, and you have 2 to 3 weeks time to work on it, and after that there will be a job interview for like a job interview for the study program. So you will be invited to speak a little bit about your motivation to study here at the Bauhaus University.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's move
But
on.
if you have something specific, like always, please send us an email so we can answer
Yeah.
directly to your
Right.
situation.
Yeah, right at the email which Kerstin put in the presentation. This is studium@uni-weimar.de. This is the crucial email which you have to save, okay? So can a foreigner with your diploma work in Germany? Okay,
Yes.
maybe here it would be nice if I mention my case, if you don't mind, Kerstin.
Yeah.
I'm Julia. I'm also from Ukraine, working in Germany for 3 years after my master's here. But I studied in Kiev German translation, and then I studied here my master's at the university in Frankfurt oder Viadrina. And as soon as I was, as I completed my master's, I tried to find a job. and I didn't have any, like, a lot of problems to find it. I just needed time to think, what do I like? Then I worked here at the university in Ilmenau, and then now I'm the career service at the university here in Bauhaus. So I think this is quite okay to be a foreigner in Germany. I have more than 5 years of experience here to live and to now 3 years to work, yes. And your studying is everything what you can do with this, yes. If you study here, you have time to think what you like, you have time to think what you want to do in your career. And of course, would be nice if you study German language properly, because it helps you on the way everywhere. Yeah, so basically, to know the language with diploma, you can achieve whatever you want. Yeah, and there are a lot of foreigners also from Ukraine, from another countries. So don't be scared just to start. And if you are quite a diligent student, you can even achieve really good grades. Yeah. Okay, I think I answered. Maybe then, yeah, let's move on. What level of German should be to enter the university? I think you already mentioned this in the presentation, right?
Yeah, there are several tests for the German language aptitude. You need to check for every study course, but mostly for the German-speaking study courses, you need some sort of C1 certification. And for the English study courses, there is no German required, but there is an English certification required. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
So
I receive benefits from Germany, and if I move from my state closer to Berlin, does my benefit disappear?
I don't know. I don't think moving would be the problem, but if you enter the university and be studying, if you refer to Bürgergeld, then you would lose your benefit to get Bürgergeld. So you need to keep that in mind, that you study while getting Bürgergeld.
Yeah, I think maybe that she is telling about the case of refugees, the money that they receive from the state, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
But in Germany, Ukraine, if you are from Ukraine, you get Bürgergeld, and
Yeah,
Bürgergeld is not compatible with studying.
yeah, definitely. Yes, you will
But,
have different kind of visa after, student visa.
but there are other possibilities to probably get at least some money for your accommodations. But in your special case, it would be it would be good if you go to, for example, Agentur für Arbeit and check with your contact person of contact what are the options for you in the financial situation.
Or the job center, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, job center. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, job center. Yeah, you have directly to contact job center and to ask everything. Don't hesitate to ask if you don't know, yes, because then you will have more clear vision about this. Okay, let's see. Is it possible to retake the exam, and what does the procedure look like? From Diana.
What kind of exam? Yes. Now the entry exam or an exam during your studies? That's the big question. Because the entry exam, if you fail on that, you can retry it the year after that. It's just once a year where these exams take place. And the exams during the study courses will be, I think, I don't know, up to 6 weeks after that, there will be a repetition of the exam or something. So you usually, it depends on the Prüfungsordnung, as we call it,
Yeah.
on how many times you can retake these exams.
Yeah, there are specific regulations for each study program, which is called Prüfungsordnung. This means regulations for your exams. And for each study program, there is specific PDF with all the information. So yeah, I think it's possible to find it on the website. I think yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Prüfungsamt, and then just write Prüfungsordnung. Wait. Ordnung, and plus your study program.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, from your experience, what is the most difficult thing about the first year of study for students from abroad? Okay, maybe I can also answer this question.
Yeah.
So I had this experience. So the system is a bit different than in Ukraine. For sure, in the beginning, it's always important to regulate all these bureaucratic things. I mean, to have your visa, right? To have your health insurance, to have your dormitory, everything like this is what you have to consider in the beginning, in the very first beginning. Yeah, and then you just start, yes, and you just maybe I think there are also people who can help, study guides and different tutors in the first week. There we have also the first week of studying is always the entry week, Einführungswoche, and there are also tutors from each department which are responsible for the freshers, right? So which are responsible for the first year students, first semester students. That's why they can help you, support you during the first weeks of your studying. Important is just to read carefully about your study program, about your modules, about the courses, yes, about the ECTS points, because this is quite different in comparison to Ukraine. Yes, but as soon as you understand, okay, in which semester do I have to do things, you will see that the picture will be more full and more clear. But it takes, I would say, like 1-2 semesters to, to be in this rhythm of studying, yes, and to be sure, yes, that you can do everything. Yeah, and of course, I think you can also ask the teachers. They understand that you are from the country with different culture, with different system. So I think they are all willing to help you. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. What grants or scholarships can a foreign student apply for?
I think we also already answered
Exactly.
this question already.
Yes.
And then student
Student
colleagues.
colleagues have entrance exams and do not have to have a diploma.
I'm sorry, that's
We don't really understand. What do you mean, Alons? Alons or Alona? I don't know what is your name. Maybe you can write in the chat what did you mean with this, okay? And then we move on, and in the end we see your question again. Can a Bauhaus student attend the Erasmus Plus exchange program? And with which universities do you cooperate most closely? Okay.
okay. Yeah, we have, of course, we have an Erasmus program. I need to check.
Maybe Karsten is checking. I can a bit talk. I think it's possible, definitely possible to have an Erasmus exchange semester. Usually it happens a bit later, maybe in the third, fourth semester, depends on you, depends on your study program. But I think when Karsten is sending you the link, there are the possibilities and the universities which are our cooperative partners. So you will see what is possible. I think you are free to do whatever you want with your study program. Yes, there are a lot of possibilities. Yeah, but you have to read exactly the web page, and our colleagues from international office, they are responsible for this. They are responsible for the internship abroad, for the scholarships, also about Erasmus, like there are special coordinators for that. You can find everything on the web page. Okay, let's move on. Do I have to be insured as a student, and what insurances are required and where to get them? Maybe Karstine, you can answer.
Sorry, I'm just.
Okay, it's okay.
I was just researching something else.
No, okay. I answer. It's okay. Just yeah, I answer. Students have to have a health insurance. This is a must. Without this, you cannot really study. Let me search about health insurance more properly, that you can read more.
I also saw the question whether if you need a diploma or a level of German when entering Studienkolleg. I will send you the official webpage of the Studienkolleg where you can research for your personal situation whether you can use the Studienkolleg or not. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I just found the website of us about the house insurance. This is all legal information, so you can just read more about this. The amount of money you have to pay depends on the specific health insurance company. There are different, but like average is 80 euros per month, 80 until 100 euros. Depends on the company. So there are public house insurances and private house insurances. I think for students it's recommended to have public insurance in the beginning. Yeah, and you can read more on this web page. Just keep in mind it's like approximately 100 euros per month. Okay. Do I need a student visa to study, or can I study under paragraph 24? Paragraph 24, is it the paragraph for refugees? I don't really
Yes,
remember.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
looking it up right now because I'm not sure about that.
yeah, the best is that you contact the Ausländerbehörde directly. I hope that you know what is Ausländerbehörde in Germany,
The
but
foreign
for
office, yeah.
exactly the foreigner office. But definitely, when you start studying, you will switch to the student visa. This is
Yeah.
for sure. This is a requirement for students. Yeah. I send also the link to the Ausländerbehörde. But this question will be answered by Ausländerbehörde. What is the procedure? Yeah.
We don't have any age restrictions for entering the university. As long as you have your school certificate, you're allowed to enter whenever you like. Yeah. And then next, when
Okay.
does the academic year start or end? Are exam and holidays held? The academic year usually starts in the winter semester, as I mentioned before. The winter semester starts on October 1st, and there will be free time between the two semesters where in the first 2 weeks there are the exams, and there will be special holidays in the winter semester for 1 week, I guess, around Christmas. And in the summer, it's, I think, in the beginning of June or something, there's a week off.
Yeah, I just posted the link. Sorry for so many links, but you need this information. On our website, there are important dates in the academic year, and there you can see how is in each semester, duration of the semester, lectures and courses, orientation week, and everything.
I
Semester
think we
break,
need to keep
semester
it short to
holidays.
get through the.
Exactly.
Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt you, but we need to keep it short. So
exactly.
everything will be found in the links.
Yeah.
We need to we try to keep it short now. And if you have further questions, you can always email us. Yeah. How many study pairs? What is meant by study pairs? Do you know what it might be?
Okay. In Ukrainian, it's called study hours. Okay, study hours per week students have on average.
Okay.
This is like how is the workload of studying in the week? Yeah.
I
Um.
I think the ECTS are based on a full-time job, so it's average 40 hours a week. But it depends. It's not in these 40 hours, they are not just calculated the seminars or lectures you use, but also the projects and the time you have to invest in order to study for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are responsible for your schedule in the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With what GPA does it have?
With what GPA does it make sense to apply for DAAD scholarship?
I think in that case, you need to check with the DAAD.
Yeah, DAAD website. Okay, this is I think their responsibility. Yeah. Okay. Is there a registration fee when submitting documents?
No, only after you are accepted to the university, you have to pay. Okay.
Okay, one more. Good afternoon. This year I will graduate from the second year of the Kiev National University. Can I apply to you in the specialty of architecture? What grades course will be taken into account for admission from university school? Do I need to submit a portfolio?
I will search for the email address where you can ask this. So you can go on to the next question.
Okay. Does the university have a specialization in landscape design? Oh, this is really great question. Pum, 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 pum. I just want shortly to check. I think itself we don't have landscape design, but we have the integrated urban development and design. Yeah, this is like the field which is close to this. And I think, yeah, there are also some courses about the heritage, and like in German, this is called Denkmalschutz. Yeah, so better you just go to the website and search about the urban studies. Yes. And yeah, and there you will find the information. But there is no specific like landscape design study program. It can be related for this.
So I just posted the contact of the for the architecture department, where you can ask how to translate the your grades, or if you can start mid study. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, how many questions do we have? We have almost no
Oh,
time.
it's getting more and more, but they're not all questions. So,
Yeah.
what did you
Yeah.
the
Landscape,
speculation?
we just talked about this.
No, we don't have. Okay, then Vorpraktikum. You don't have to do an internship, but it is recommended, so it will be affecting positively your applications. And it can be about to up to 12 weeks. So it's not a mandatory. It's you can choose it freely. Yeah. So does one need to test?
You're
What is
studying?
this test AS? Do you know that?
No, actually, no. I don't know about this.
I can research while you can
Yeah,
check the
I
other.
check the next question. Okay. Does my C1 DAAD certificate really expire after 2 years, or is it okay to apply with it still? Thank you in advance for the answer. I think there is no expiration date of the staff certificate.
No, I think we don't need test this. Also dieses the question before. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know.
I think there is no expiration date of the staff certificate. There is expiration date for a Goethe certificate, Goethe
I
Institute,
think
but not for the staff. But maybe I'm wrong and something changed because
I
when
think it
I was
needs to be. I think it doesn't. There is some expiration date, but I think you need to check when you're interested into a specific study course. There is some different regulations for each study course. Some say it mustn't be older than 6 months or something like that, but you need to check that specifically for your course.
yeah, and maybe just directly test staff certificate expiration date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This question, I think we answered before. I showed you the link. I posted the link in the chat to the Studienkolleg where you can check your entry level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next one.
Age
No,
restrictions we
wait.
have already answered. Yeah,
Okay.
I think no.
Okay.
Whew.
I think we all
was long.
now.
Yeah, was
Yeah,
a
studying.
long chat.
Okay. All right.
I think, yeah, no more questions. And if you have any questions still, you can write at studium at mein uni-weimar.de and then you will ask, okay, everything. And you can also contact us in terms of career if you want. Yeah, I think we have tried to answer all your questions.
So I am sending you the. I hope. Do you see? Oh,
So
okay.
for now,
Yes, send.
yes,
So now
mhm,
I'm sending you the presentation where you
presentation.
can find all the contacts I said before and some informations about the university and the city of Weimar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just download it. And the best way to research about the university is to go to the website. There is everything written. Just take your time and translate into your language and yeah, ask directly. Yeah.
All right.
But in general, thank you that you visited the session. I think for you was quite nice to have this overview about the possibilities. For us was really nice to have fruitful, I would say fruitful 1.5 hours of work. And I think studying at the university here is quite a great experience. So don't hesitate to start and get the most of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kerstin.
I hope you got all the information you needed, and I wish you a pleasant afternoon.
Yeah.